Hey, it's Car from Enchanted Vines, and as somebody who sells online, one of the really big expenses that I face is shipping my items because wreaths and arrangements, they're always large, so they're costly. So what I wanted to show you today is how to score a box. And scoring a box means basically you're cutting down the size of it because it's for an item that you don't need it to be this big, okay? So this box is 12 by 12, and all I'm shipping is this bow, okay? So first I'm going to put my bow in and just see how much space I need. Okay, and then this is a scoring tool. I am going to link it. I don't think they're very expensive. I think maybe they're like $15, but the amount of money that you can save is huge. So what I'm going to do is measure how high I need the box to be. So I'm going to take 6 inches off of this, okay? So how it works is you're going to use this on the lip of your box. You're going to hold this inside the box, and then these little teeth are going to make like a little serrated edge that we can cut down, okay? So we're going to do the first one. And you got to you want to make sure you're putting pressure on this because you want to make sure that you're going to do this in an even line. Okay, so I'm doing it by the top just because I'm trying to do this as a demo, but normally I would use this handle. It's just easier. So you're going to go around to each side and do the same thing. Run it back and forth a few times. Now you can see, hopefully, it's a little hard to see, but where I ran the tool, there is this line, okay? So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my razor blade and cut each corner from where that serrated edge is up to the top, okay? This is not the greatest way to use a razor blade either. Again, it's for demo, okay? I'm risking it all to be helpful. So each corner, go through and cut. Okay, last one. Okay. And now I'm just going to push these down. Okay, so you can see that we had a box that was 12 by 12 by 12, and now it's going to be 12 by 12 by 6. So I guarantee that the cost of shipping this is going to be significantly less. So let's pack up our bow. I always like to have like every loop of a bow stuffed with tissue paper, and it's really just so when it arrives to your client that they know, one, how it's supposed to be fluffed up, and then also that it's kept its shape. It looks exactly like the bow that you made online that they bought. Okay, so I even like to tie up the tails a little bit just to keep everything together. Okay, now if anybody is paying for bubble wrap and tissue paper, I would say I ask all my neighbors every time you get, bubble wrap, those Amazon air packs, any of that stuff, to just give it to me. And as long as it's always clean and everything. So I no longer pay for those products. I have no problem being cheap when it comes to small business because everything's expensive. So when I'm putting something together to be shipped, I always want to give my client like an experience, and I want it to be consistent. So, certain places have their branding, and I want to make sure that my branding is consistent. So one of the ways I do that is I use the same color scheme for like spring, year round, summer. It's all the same. It's pink and green. Okay, so this might seem like a little bit of overkill for a bow, but I think it's, again, worth it with the presentation. So then I use this magnolia paper. I've been using it for years, and to me this is kind of like my signature look, that when somebody opens the box that they know that it's from me. I'm gonna lay that on top. Okay. I'm gonna include a handwritten note because people can shop anywhere. So when they choose us, we want to let them know how much we appreciate it. And then last but not least, I have a care card. This is mostly about wreaths, but it still doesn't hurt to explain, because there's a good chance these bows are going on wreaths. I explain some different techniques that you can do to extend the life of your wreath. And then, of course, the business card. Okay? And once that's all in, I'm going to pull this down, and I'm going to tape it up. I have to look and see what type of shipping tape this is, because I found it at Rite Aid, I think, and it had like it had a cool name, but it works really well. It was a few dollars more than regular packing tape, but you don't need to use as much. So I always make sure that I have tape going side to side and up and down, just to make sure that it doesn't give. All right, so this is one way to decrease your shipping costs. Another thing that I think people should be aware of is using third-party shipping companies. I avoided this for years. I have no idea why. I now use ShipStation, which it's $9.99 a month, and I love it. So it gives me, I don't know, like maybe 50% off, roughly, what it would cost. And their pricing is better than Etsy. So you can ship with UPS, FedEx, the post office, and DHL, and you can actually arrange for free pickup through ShipStation, and all of your orders can filter in. So even if you have an Etsy shop and you have a Shopify, all those orders will still feed into the same place. So that's also nice because it keeps you kind of organized. It tells you when they need to ship. You know, you have 2 more days, things like that, which is a great way to stay, you know, as a reputable star seller, is to do things on time. So yeah, I wish I had done that from the very beginning. There are other companies that do that. I want to say there's like Pirate something, but if you are looking to ship, I would go beyond the discounts that Etsy offers, because there are far better and more affordable ways to ship. All right, I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will see you next time.